What's up, y'all? You tuned in to Talent. Talent stands for Take a Look Inside Truth. For those of you that's just now tuning in, I know we got a lot of people that's been here, been watching, and been in tune with what's going on and everything. I'm not going to hold y'all up for too much longer. I'm your host, KG Lavancy. I got a special guest with me right here, all the way from Bakersfield. Her name is Jenna. I'm going to let her introduce herself and everything. And she's here to speak on her husband's behalf or whatever. So try to pay attention, listen in, and everything that she's talking about will most likely be referring to him. And just in case you get confused about anything, okay? So, Jenna, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing good. So, you come all the way from
I come from Fresno.
Fresno.
Yes,
Oh, excuse me. Okay, a long distance just to be here.
Yeah.
And because that's how much faith you got in what it is you about to share.
Yes,
Here.
I have a lot of faith in this. I came all the way from Fresno. It's to tell my husband's story, also to see my husband.
Okay.
You know, because we haven't seen each other in a year. So due to the problems he goes through where he's at, and I just needed to get it out there.
So where is he?
He's in Lancaster State Prison.
Okay. In Lancaster State Prison.
Yes.
And so now, in today's conversation, that's what we talking about, like his case. And
Yes.
You're here to, like, plead his innocence.
Yes.
Okay. So I want you to start from, like, okay, so you guys met. Where did you meet? How did you meet?
We met through a friend while he was incarcerated.
Okay. So you met through a friend while he was incarcerated and everything. And you've read over.
Yeah, I have all his paperwork. He was locked up 3 years before I got with him. And then once we started talking, he sent me all his paperwork to go over so I could see for myself that he's innocent.
Okay, and to give you a little bit of trust and to who you were dealing with.
Yes.
And okay, and that's dope. Okay, so going into that, so you are here to share with us details about his case, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I want you to kind of like start me off wherever you feel.
So first, let me explain. The case was a home invasion, kidnapping, robbery.
Okay.
My husband, during trial, the lead detective that was running the case was on the stand, and the public defender had asked the lead detective, how can you explain Mr. Dominguez 17 minutes away when the crime occurred? The detective stated, I thought about it, but I can't explain it. So what is there to explain? Why is he even where he's at?
So, okay, so you said they said it was a home invasion and a
Kidnapping and robbery. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now what happened that night? I understand you saying that the papers they're saying he was 17. He wasn't even there. He was 17 minutes away.
He wasn't nowhere near.
So how did they put this? How did all this come together?
Okay, so there's 2 victims that owed someone money.
Okay.
And the only way to pay that person the money is they set up this robbery.
Okay.
The suspect committed the crime. The victim that was there at the time of the crime, when the cops came, they said there's 2 suspects. They didn't know who the other suspect was. The victim described himself as the second suspect, but the cops didn't realize that.
Oh.
So I'll give you the description. The second suspect was 5'11", 170, dark-skinned, long, dirty hair. My husband is, mind you, he's 6'2" at the time of the crime, 230 pounds. He's light-skinned and he has very curly hair. So there's no comparison to being a suspect in the crime at all.
Okay.
The cops, after the crime had happened, it took the victims 5 minutes before they even called the police. Then once they called the police came, they described who the suspect was. They caught the first suspect with the gun, the car, everything, because he stole one of the victims' cars.
Oh, okay.
So he got caught with everything.
Okay.
And in this type of crime, you would honestly think they would do fingerprints and things like that because it is a major crime. No fingerprints were ever done. Nothing. There was not a second gun that was found. Nothing.
Mm.
So anything and everything in this case does not ever lead to a second suspect
Okay.
at all.
Okay. And although I can understand that because I know the way the system is, but still looking at it from a, outside perspective, I'm gonna ask, questions because
That's fine.
it's so okay, so how did everything begin to tie to him? Like
My husband?
Yeah.
So, gentleman, the other person that helped set it up, his name is Jeff. I'm not going to say the last name or anything. He went and told the victims he possibly heard the second suspect was Nathan Dominguez, which was my husband. They didn't know what he looked like or anything. They went and searched him up on Facebook. 2 weeks later, they went and told the cops that he was the second suspect.
Now, were these people all friends or something, or?
My husband went to school with two of them in elementary and junior high.
Okay.
But they hadn't seen each other any time prior to after that.
Okay.
So they didn't know what my husband looked like from, when he was younger. He changed. So they didn't know anything.
Okay, so this was like no type of interaction. Like they wasn't just kicking it, hanging out.
Nope.
This was we cool and everything, but I wasn't with them this night. This was
nothing
like that.
To be honest with you, my husband had not talked to none of them. He didn't never, even in school, they didn't talk.
Mm-hmm.
So they weren't like friends. They weren't homies. They weren't nothing.
So this was kind of one of them situations. You go to school with somebody, it's like one of them unforgettable names.
Yep.
And something happened. It's like such and such. You just throw out a name type of thing, and went hand to hand like that. This is
Kind of like that, yeah.
okay. And so once you said they looked them up on Facebook, and then they went and told the police, here go this other guy. So what happened from there?
So then they put out, I believe, a warrant for his arrest. They didn't find my husband until 88 days later after the crime. That's when they arrested my husband. So it happened, I want to say November, and then he was arrested in January.
Okay. And so you said no fingerprints was done.
No fingerprints. There was no kind of evidence
No-
whatsoever.
No kind of evidence, just hearsay.
Yeah, it's just he said, she said. That's all this crime is a he said, she said thing. There's no evidence, no nothing to pinpoint that my husband was even there.
What year was this?
In 2020.
And hearsay is good enough.
Yeah.
So they said, yeah.
To them, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a thing. All somebody got to do is say you've done something, and it'll be good enough. But that's apparently after where the fight comes in, because
Yeah.
you just out here ruining people's lives. So he got arrested. You said 88 days later,
Yes.
and they booked him. So now he has a co-defendant.
Yep.
Right?
He's the co-defendant of the crime. But the other suspect never mentions my husband at all. When they questioned him anything, he never gets mentioned. So then they do a lineup. And everybody knows when there's a lineup done, everybody on that lineup has to look similar to what the suspect looks like. The suspect had long hair, whatever. My husband's the only person with long hair in the lineup.
Wow. Yeah.
So they're basically making this crime out. Yeah, that's him. He's got long hair, so it's him, and it's not.
Okay. And since then, now he's been locked up for how long?
He's been locked up for 5 years.
Okay. And he's been sentenced?
He got sentenced 23 to life.
So from this case?
From this case.
Okay. Did he have priors, anything?
Juvenile priors. He's had a gun charge, but they dropped it. He just did some probation time for that.
Okay.
But nothing else.
Wow. Okay. And since then, he's been facing some things while being incarcerated.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me about that.
Since he's been incarcerated, when they moved him to Wasco State Prison, I went to go visit him. We were in a visit, and the lady that oversees, the CO that overwatches the visiting area, she called the IGI, which IGI is actual police that work in the prison. They came and took my husband out with handcuffs. took my husband to an area where there was no cameras and literally assaulted him so bad that he woke up in his own urine. He didn't even know, like, how they got him or anything. He was still handcuffed when they did this to him. And then turned around 2 days later, put him in the hole at the prison saying he assaulted a cop.
What?
But you can't assault somebody when your hands are handcuffed behind your back. What can you do?
So are they saying, like, why, like, they're targeting him, or is he saying why, like, what?
We don't know why they're targeting him. To be honest with you, we really believe they're biased and it's a racist thing.
What's his race?
Mexican and Native American.
Okay. Wow.
So, and since then, because of that incident, they moved him to Centinela. He was in Centinela for 7 hours. Then they moved him to CIM because that is a kind of like not a mental hospital, but like
yeah,
for them. And they watched over him for two weeks there. Then he got moved to Lancaster. But from the assault from Wasco, my husband now has lumps in his chest. They do believe it's breast cancer because of the impact of the cops beating him up.
And they're not looking at this like...
No. They don't look like anything is wrong. And they're not doing anything wrong. I've been fighting since this incident. No attorney wants to help because they don't want to fight against the prison, you know. But to be honest with you, the prisons get away with a lot of stuff.
Man.
A lot. And it just gets brushed under the rug.
Yeah.
Like nobody wants to stand up or anything. And I'm going to tell you, since I've been standing up, I've been having issues too.
Yeah.
I've had people in my backyard. I've had people follow me home. I have people tamper with my car because I don't stay quiet, because this is my husband you're messing with. This is my family. You know, anybody's going to protect their family.
I'm straight up.
So I'm going to continue to scream, yell, do whatever I have to do until something does happen. You know, and I know the repercussions, but I'm not giving up.
Right.
And then since he's been in Lancaster, July 29th, they shot him in the face.
With one of the...
It wasn't a block gun. The hospital said if it was a block gun, it would have shattered his whole face. All they did was put a hole right here in his chin. They said it was something sharp or a bullet.
Yeah?
Yes. And they let him bleed out for 5 hours. Then he collapsed. His body was blue. And then they decided to take him to the hospital.
Was he, like, what, did, like, a fight break out? Was he in a fight?
20 feet before him, a fight broke out. And my husband was nowhere near the fight.
Okay. So each incident is literally, like, screaming from the time I got arrested to up to now. I have done absolutely nothing, but I'm being targeted, like, by the police for whatever reason.
Yep.
And you say he doesn't have any certain priors that would warrant him under this type of pressure.
No.
He hasn't, you know, physically got no type of altercations with the police inside.
Nope.
And he's just a target.
He stays in his cell. He locks it down all the time. The only time he gets out of his cell is to shower, wash his clothes, and then he's right back in the cell, and we'll be on the phone almost 24/7. He does not like to get out of the cell because he's afraid that they're going to kill him.
And nobody, not even people inside there, like, he hasn't tried to write any 602s.
He's done grievances on top of grievances. I have every grievance he wrote.
And nothing.
Nothing. He barely won one.
Yeah?
Yeah, because they don't want to give him his mail. They don't want to give him his mail. They don't want my visit after he was shot. I went to go visit him. They terminated my visit, then they denied my visit. And I was going so I could get a picture so I can have it for an attorney that takes the case.
Right, of the
proof.
Mm-hmm. The proof of him or one
the
of the...
proof of being shot. Because everything that happens, they try to brush it under the rug and say, oh, this didn't happen.
Right.
This didn't happen. And when the incidents happen, they have to write an incident report.
Mm-hmm.
And when they do the incident report, I have all 3 individuals that were shot after my husband got shot. I have all their incident reports. They did not want to put down where they were injured. My husband is the one who circled his own that he was shot in the face. And then they try to say he was shot in his leg, and he never got shot in the leg.
I mean, then it's just evident. I couldn't hide it if I want to. It's in my face. Like,
Yeah.
And then you saying he bled out for 5 hours?
Yes, ma'am. He bled out for 5 hours. And then even in the transporting van, he collapsed. So when he got to the hospital, they made him sign blood transfusion paperwork. They didn't do it.
Wow. So this dude, from the beginning to then, his whole 5 years just been hell.
Yeah. He's been struggling. And nobody wants to hear him or anything, because to people out here sitting outside of these walls, anybody who's in prison is guilty.
Yeah.
Not everybody here is guilty of a crime. Just because they're there don't mean they've done something wrong. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to tell everybody, just because someone's there doesn't mean they did something.
Yeah.
The justice system is corrupted. And they will be the first to hurt somebody or injure somebody or put someone away, because they don't want to look at the cases. They don't want to take the time out. They don't want to do any of that.
Yeah.
So my husband's sitting there for a crime he didn't even commit for somebody else to be out. The actual suspect only got 17 years.
Did he?
Yes.
So then why did he get so much time? Did the dude tell? Was there any?
Nope. That guy never said anything. My husband's name was never mentioned but by that one guy. And that one guy my husband was in jail with, and he even wrote a statement, which I have the statement at home, that he didn't even know my husband's name. He didn't even know nothing about the crime, apparently, that occurred. And the judge would not use that as evidence, nothing. He told my husband straight out, "You're guilty till proven innocent."
Dang.
And I always thought, growing up, you're innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah. Right. No.
So the judge didn't overlook the case or anything. He sat on the stand and said, "I have my mind made up. There's nothing going to change it."
Wow. And okay, so you said has any other things happened since the incident of him being shot in the face?
They've his cell that he was in, they threw him out. They threw him and his cellie out of the cell, because apparently somebody had said they had a phone or something and they didn't have anything. They threw him out, put him into another block, said, "You guys can't stay here no more," and threw him to another block into a cell that didn't have no running water. The toilet didn't work, no electricity, nothing. My husband won't even eat none of the food there.
What, feeling like he'd be poisoned?
Yeah. And he's scared that they're trying to kill him off. And with him not having nobody, I'm really the only person out here besides his mom, but I'm the main one that's sitting here doing everything, talking to everybody, trying to get, everything done for him. And we believe that they're trying to take me out. That's why they follow me. That's why they do what they do. So when something does happen to him, nobody knows. He's just lost under the rug.
And when you say, like, you've been, like, followed, so tell me about...
When he was in Wasco State Prison, I got followed home by 5 guys in a car. And I finally realized they were following me because as I was changing lanes, I watch everywhere I go because I've always been taught to watch everything you do. And on my way home, I see this car following me. So I stopped at the truck stop in Timpton because I was like, okay, this ain't right. They're switching the same lanes as me. They're going as fast as I am. They're trying to stay right behind me. When I got to the Timpton truck stop, I ran into the bathroom. When I came back out, they were around my car. And what it's called is called a scared tactic. So they scare you so you don't come back. But I told my husband, he was like, "Don't you come back. Don't you come back." I'm like, they're not scaring me. I'm going back. So I didn't go Saturday, but I went Sunday. Because I want them to know I don't care what you guys try to do. I'm going to be here for my husband. I want to know what's going on.
Now, assuming you don't know who those...
I don't know who they were. Never seen them before.
And they never said 2 mumbling words.
Nope.
So what they do?
Just
They
stood
just...
there. It's basically a scare tactic to scare you. And a lot of people would get scared. When you have guys, around your car, you're going to get scared. I didn't. I jumped in my car. I took off. When I got home, my husband called and I told him what happened. He's like, "Don't you come back." And then I went back. When I went back, my car was fine. And then as I'm coming home, I hear a rattling on my car. They broke off 2 lug nuts on my car.
So this is after that incident, another one.
Yep.
Now, there is no type of situation to where like he owes any debts.
Nope.
It's not. You asked all these because
because anything my husband gets in there, I pay for.
Okay.
I pay everything, and I make sure he doesn't owe nothing because I don't want nothing to happen to him.
Right.
I'm not going to allow someone to hurt him, just like he's not going to allow someone to try to, affect me. So I make sure everything's paid. He doesn't owe nothing.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, I just really think that situations, people in prison, people get jealous if you have something, someone else has something that you don't have, and they don't like that.
Oh, yeah.
My husband's married. I take care of him. He doesn't have to go without anything.
Right. So could be far as what's going on the inside now. That has nothing to do with since the beginning. He was just screwed.
He was just screwed.
That has nothing to do with
He's
that.
been harassed with the cops from his county, Yolo County, since he was 9 years old. Probably earlier than that.
Now, is his family like known? Is it anything?
His family are Christian church people. And they go to church all the time. They help people, and they have no enemies. None.
Okay. And then, him. So, like, what type of dude was he? Like, how?
My husband did sell things, to make money and stuff, but he would help the community in Yolo. He helped homeless people. He bought them food. He helped people pay rent and stuff. He was a welder. He would make a trailer hitch out of nothing and sell it, So he had his own little business thing going on or whatever. But I think that could be an issue because he was young and he had his self together. And helped everybody out there. I can even get people's signatures stating, he helped us, and I think that's the problem.
Man, or it's just that, he just got messed up from the beginning. And I don't mean from anything he done, mean pretending to the case. So, I mean, he could have just got messed up from that and everything seems to just be going down.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, like, where he stand, like, in his faith, his religion, or anything like that. Like,
he believes in God, and he believes God does everything for a reason. Okay. He believes God put him there for a reason, and he knows that God's going to get him out when the timing is right.
So, I do know that in some situations, for some people, people look like I'm innocent, I shouldn't even be here, and then some things are like, it's not even, you're not even there for the reason you think. It's because I got something bigger. And I know people don't want to hear that. That's, it's just the way it is, But you really got to look at, like, every aspect of everything. Because from me sitting here listening to what it is that you're saying, I can sit here and be like, well, it just don't make sense. And I guess that's the whole point. It don't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
That's the whole point. From the beginning to now, it doesn't make sense. But when does things have to make sense anymore?
I don't know when it's going to make sense.
I
can't tell you, but I can tell you is that people always get convicted of things they don't do. Yeah. So many people. I just seen a man was convicted and he spent 60 years in prison and finally got proven innocent. Yeah. And that's why I'm here, because I don't want it to take that long for him to be noticed that he's innocent. And all his paperwork, everything, there's so many inconsistencies in his case. It should have got thrown out. His lawyer just really wanted to sit back and watch it all play out. He didn't want to do anything.
Wow.
He even told my husband, we're just going to sit back and watch it play out. Him and the DA were best friends.
Yeah, not at work.
And that right there should have got the court all that kicked out of court. You cannot have an attorney that's best friends with the DA. His attorney was a prior DA. So things that are being said and done, it just doesn't make sense to me. And if you read the paperwork, you'd be like, this doesn't even make sense. Why are you even in here?
So have you guys tried to like take that case to the Innocence Project and see if they would accept it, or
I put in the paperwork and I still haven't heard nothing back.
it takes time? How long has it been?
It's been about a year.
Okay, well, that it takes time because they want to go through a person's case tooth and nail, like, and because think about it, for them, they would be sticking their neck out for
Yeah.
a person. Imagine if they didn't go through everything and they just find it like, oh, every person's innocent because this, that. Like, they have to go through every single thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And make it like, okay, no, we believe this and we're going to fight for this person through whatever because this is what we believe in. If we miss something, then we just missed it. You know what I'm saying? So it really does take time, and because once you get them on your side, you got people that believe in you.
Yeah.
Like, you believe in it, you got people that believe in it that'll stick by his side and that'll run with this case and do whatever they have to do. Now, why isn't it lawyers that would want to pick this up? Have you, since he's been sentenced, have you reached out to other lawyers?
I have, and they don't want to fight against CDCR.
No, but this isn't against CDCR now. I'm talking about, okay, because technically those will be two different things.
Yeah, a civil and a criminal case.
Right. Okay, so what's happening there has nothing to do with what he's locked up on. He isn't locked up for shooting at the police or doing anything like that.
Yeah.
And now he's paying for it inside. That would kind of go hand in hand. This isn't the case. So I'm saying no lawyer wanted to pick up his original case and maybe have a retrial, anything like that.
We have an attorney that is overlooking everything right now. I've gone through probably 10 attorneys that said, oh, we're going to help you. But then once they get a hold of the Yolo County, they don't want to talk anymore. So this attorney actually does want to take the case, and he states that the judge that was on his case was biased.
Okay.
And so they're going to try to get him taken off the bench, because my husband's case is not the only case that got sentenced to life for a crime he did not commit. So there's other cases.
Okay.
And I can't speak too much on that because it can affect the case. But there's a lot that's going on because his county, it's the county. I've never been to that county, so I really don't know how that county is.
What city is it, though?
It's Yolo County, Woodlands.
Oh, Woodland. Woodland. I'm not familiar, but I've
it's up north by Sacramento area.
Wow. Okay. And so they are like, we can pick this up, but it sounds like what the fight would be against is going against some powerful people. Let's just say that.
Very powerful people.
Right.
You know, a judge and lawyers and all them, they're powerful. They have hand on hands. They have people to help them, cover up whatever they've done.
And if one case get overturned because of something shady like this, everybody has a chance.
Yep. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of cases that this judge did this to. I've put in complaints against the attorney because his attorney was suspended prior.
Did you guys pay him, or he was like a more public defender type of thing?
He was appointed to my husband.
Right. Okay.
And at that time, I wasn't with my husband.
Okay.
But I do have all the paperwork and everything, so I was able to read, like, did this attorney really do this? Did this attorney do that? The attorney said he went and visited my husband in jail. There's no evidence that he ever went to go see my husband in jail and talk to him.
Oh, wow.
To discuss anything.
Yeah. Wow.
When you have a case, attorney has a case, they're supposed to go to talk to their
client.
Their client. Yeah, sorry, tongue tied. Go talk to their client. Never once did he talk to him. The only time he ever talked to him was when they were at court. Then they had a resentencing. The resentencing my husband was supposed to be at. They never took him. So now we try to motion that because every court case, he's either supposed to be Zoom or they're actual at the court. And he never got taken to any of them.
Okay. What is his mom saying about this?
His mom's stressed out. It stresses her.
Is that her only child?
No, she has other children. But she knows he didn't do it either.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and she's sick a lot because of this. She's been through 5 years of this. Right. It takes a toll on your family.
Of course.
You know, my husband's lost everybody that he had out there.
Wow.
Nobody anymore.
And it's like, pretty much you was his last hope. I mean, I don't know what his siblings are doing, but, you know, mom's pretty much like, I'm too old for this. Like,
she helps me, but I'm the main person. I do most of the footwork.
Right.
Because my husband can't do anything being in there.
And is he like, and he said 602 that he wrote, he won.
Yeah, he won it.
And that was on grounds of what?
It was on grounds of visitation.
Oh, visitation.
Mm-hmm. And he also won one for the mail because they realized he wasn't getting his mail. I sent legal mail to him with tracking numbers, and he never got not one of them.
And now you said at this point he pretty much don't want to come out. He don't want to program. He
don't
just
do
like
anything.
I'd rather just stay out the way because I don't know.
Yeah, he stays in the cell, and people don't realize staying in the cell, it really messes with you. You know, you're living in a box.
Yeah.
With somebody else. You know, and it really messes with you a lot. And so he don't come out. He don't go to chow. He doesn't go to day room. He doesn't do anything. He don't go to yard. He just stays in the cell. He stays locked down.
So when he talked to you, is he like how is his spirits? What is?
He don't really want to talk. Most of the time, we're just breathing on the phone with each other because he has nothing to say anymore. He's been through so much in there that he has nothing to talk about. He's, you know, and then when we're on calls, you'll hear two-digit violation, 3-way call alert, a lot. And so he has to press 32 buttons just to make a phone call. And every time they hang it up or it hangs up, he has to continue doing that. It gets frustrating. It gets tiring, you know, and it's taken so much of a toll on his mental health. He's lost pieces of himself.
Yeah.
Behind all this. You know, sitting in prison for something you didn't do, it eats you up inside. Like, why am I here? What did I do to deserve this? Yeah. What did I do to deserve to sit in prison for something I didn't do?
Without even having a date at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Where did I fail? You know, and it's not where did he fail? It's where did the justice system fail?
Absolutely.
They failed him. Completely.
Yeah.
And everybody, I understand I'm going to get a lot of negative things because a lot of people do back the justice system. I used to, but I don't know more because I see it firsthand what they do.
The justice system is shit. That's just the way it is. I mean, how can you will lock somebody up and give them life for this, but a pedophile can give 2 years, if that, or a slap on the wrist and don't do it again. So when you talk about a shitty system, there you go.
I've been in case. My friend was murdered. The people who murdered him got 16 years.
You?
My friend was murdered. And the people that did that to him, they only got 16 years. While my husband didn't do anything, he's got 23 to life. I don't understand.
Where you guys are from? Where
I'm from, yeah.
How far is, let me ask you this, how far is, you said Woodland, from Fresno?
3 hours.
3 hours. Okay.
Different counties.
Different counties.
Woodland is Yolo County. My county is Fresno County.
Okay. And I mean, it's so it isn't necessarily like this is the same county and it's just a messed up, county. It's just, I guess it's just everywhere. And that's why, like, honestly, that's why more people that comes together and have the same perspective on things, but not because it's my family or it's your family or it's whatever, and we just want to fight, and everybody feels like everybody is innocent because you love them.
Yeah.
That isn't enough.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So that isn't going to rock the boat of people who is like, okay, if I'm going to stick my neck out and there's no talk besides that, I mean, I'm sorry, but that don't cut it.
Exactly.
Just like love don't pay the bills. So you have to bring something more.
Yeah.
But this is why these talks are needed, because if we're going to sit down and be real, we can't all just be like, oh, you get in trouble, you go to prison. What do you consider trouble? Because the things that I can look at and say trouble, let's, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's talk about it. Let's have a true opinion about it.
Yeah.
Like, you got a president and you got them talking about these Epstein files, and there's no type of, you can't lock them up though. You want to go and put them in the system and beat them and do all this, but little old poor us who comes and look like we don't have anything, and because you can, you're going to do it.
Exactly.
Because
if you don't got money, you're not getting nowhere.
You don't got money, you don't have power. That's how they look at it. You know what I'm saying?
And so, I'll be honest, my husband's not the only person in these prisons that been beaten, that been stabbed. In Salinas Valley, the guards watched a man get stabbed 180 times. Where's the justice?
Yeah.
Where's the justice at? You know, these people are, every day somebody's getting beaten, and the COs just watch it happen.
Yeah.
They don't do nothing about it. Then they wonder why people do things while in prison because of this.
Yeah.
They don't have any faith of ever getting out because of the system.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of these people don't have anybody at all to talk for them, to do anything. I met a few ladies, their husband's been stabbed, their husband's been beaten by COs and everything, and nothing was ever done. There's a lot of people that go through the same thing I go through on a daily basis with their loved ones, but they don't want to talk because they're afraid of the repercussions.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I don't care what the repercussions are. They can come at me, but as long as you know I'm not going to back down from you, I'm going to stand my ground. Yeah. I'm going to continue to talk for my loved one. Mm-hmm. He doesn't deserve what he's going through. He doesn't deserve to be in there. The evidence shows there's no evidence to prove he's even in trouble or done anything.
Even done anything. And like you said, why should it take 60 years for you to realize
you're innocent?
I'm innocent. Or there's people who's done 30, 40, 50, whatever years who actually done it, and then they get out for whatever reason.
That's why I said the suspect there, 17 years. My husband's 17 minutes away when the crime's occurring, and he got 23 to life.
And have you spoke to that guy?
No, I don't try to reach out to them.
No type, not even in the beginning. Mm-mm. When no type of nothing.
Mm-mm. I'm gonna say the public defender from Woodland reached out to us because they wanted to reopen his case, but she was also helping the suspect.
The suspect.
Yeah, so my husband didn't want a part of that because that would be a conflict of interest because he's supposed to be the co-defendant. If the public defender's opening his case again and opening my husband's, it's going to cause problems.
But he got out.
No, he's still in there. He should be getting out soon.
Oh, no. But off of her help?
No, not yet.
Okay. So this is just trying to be a early type of thing. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so now, like you were saying, like his spirits, he kind of feel like he don't want to talk. Like you guys are, like it's just draining. Like I'm on the verge of, like, is he on the verge of giving up? Like where is he?
His mind, when he got sentenced to life in prison, he already told himself, I'm here for life. I'm never getting out. So when somebody thinks that, they don't see any way out. because they got sentenced to life in prison. What makes them think they're going to get out? Now it's hard, because you're like this. Am I going to ever get out? Or am I going to spend the rest of my life and die here? And then when you feel like nobody's going to help you, nobody's there for you, that makes it worse.
And nobody believed me.
Yeah, nobody believed me. Nobody wanted to hear me. All the people I had out there, they really thought I did something I didn't do.
Is some of this family?
No, his mom and I think maybe they might have, but they're coming around.
Okay. Well,
now that they see the paperwork and they actually see really what has gone on, they're starting to see, yeah, he's not guilty.
That's good, because you need your family in your corner. But even if they don't want to be there, God knows what's going on at the end of the day, And like I said, I don't know why he's sitting in there. I don't, at this point, it would just take, for me, though, honestly, now I'm more interested in seeing for myself, like reading and learning these things, because like it has to be, you cannot tell me that this is the end for us.
Exactly.
Like, this cannot be the end. Like, so you mean to tell me you set stipulation, that's law, that's it?
Yeah. That's to them, yeah.
That can't be the end, though.
That's his life, apparently, to them. That's his life.
To them, you know?
Yeah, but not to me.
Exactly. So that's why, like, I respect the fact that you said that you're not gonna allow them to, like, scare you away. I know that's easier said than done, but it takes a lot for a person to want to stand that ground, especially because you wasn't married to this man when he was free. You got married to him during these times and everything like that. Yeah. And they would look at you like, oh, you just a pen pal who's in love.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But sometimes it only takes one person to believe in you, and that's it. So don't stop.
I'll never give up on him.
Don't stop.
I'll never give up the fight. To be honest with you, I know eventually there's going to be more bumps in the road. But every bump in the road, it's going to get flattened. Because no matter what, I'm going to keep going. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up hope. I'm not giving up nothing.
Don't. You can't. Like I tell everybody, because we're on the verge of having to tune out, okay? So I tell everybody to give a message at the end. I want you, maybe it's some lawyers watching, maybe it's, I don't know, but speak and just continue to plead your case. And, you know what I'm saying? And go from there. Look, there ain't no failures, not in this. All right?
Okay.
So
I just want to say, I know there's probably going to be lawyers, judges, people out there watching this that are higher up that can help. If you have the time or find it in your heart to call me or message me any way possible, reach out to me. Overlook my husband's case. Take the time, overlook his case for yourself. If you don't believe me telling you what has been happening and what's going on, reach out to me and overlook it yourself so you could see this man is innocent. He does not deserve to be where he is. He does not deserve to spend another 20 years behind bars for something he did not do. He suffers daily, every day, at the hands of the justice system. And I'm begging and pleading for somebody to walk this path with me. I know it takes one person to start an army, and I'm here to start the army. I just need someone to come with me and back me up with it. And never to give up. Keep fighting. And that's what I'm going to continue to do.
Do you have any social medias, anything?
I have social media. I have a Facebook account. My name is Destiny Dominguez, or Dominguez Destiny. I also have TikTok. It's called Queen Bee's Nails. I have Instagram. That's Jay's Nails and Crafts, too. Those are all my social medias that I have.
Right on. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And here at Talent, like I said, talent stands for take a look inside truth. I know people look at that name and they feel like, oh, you about to do something to entertain. The thing is, we are the entertainment.
Yeah.
We are what keeps your lives moving on. We are what you get rich off. We are what you guys do to feed your fuel.
Yeah.
That's the entertainment. That's the taking a look inside truth. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that you came here. I'm glad that you found me, or and I could do.
I seen you on there, and I watched your videos, and I was like, I know it's a long shot and they may not get back to me, but I'm going to plead. I'm going to continue. I've reached out to so many people. And only here so many people have messaged back. But my husband has, a petition we put up. He also has a GoFundMe to help with lawyers, if we need lawyers. It's not about money or anything, because lawyers, they want everything in the world, just for a good lawyer, it's $50,000, But I do know there's pro bono lawyers and stuff out there. And when I seen you, I was like, let me just reach out.
Yeah.
God told me to do it, and that's what I did. And that's why I'm here today.
And that's why no shot never hurts. And that's why it's good to be obedient. Today almost didn't come. I have, it's other things like, but I was, you know what? I'm taking off. I'm about to figure it out. Like, I could be, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Yeah. But I just, how you get a nudge. Go. Yeah. Like, go. It was that nudge. And so I just pray for, everything that this does, whatever it's supposed to do. I don't know. You don't know. But you stood on faith. You came from a distance. You know what I'm saying? And I just pray that in this obedient time that we have accepted, that it rewards us.
Like my husband says, this is what I'll leave off for everybody. Never close no door.
Nope.
Never close no door. You don't know what that person that's messaging you is going to do for you or help you. Just never close a door.
That's right.
It could be a negative door, but you know what? Don't close it, because you don't know.
That's right.
So I don't close any doors.
That's right. God bless you for that. And I really appreciate that. And vice versa. Because this is an opportunity, not just for you, but for me. And like I said, like, what would be truth in the name if we didn't have these type of stories being told?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, y'all, we tuning out. Thank y'all again for tuning in with us. Jenna, again, thank you. I couldn't, thank you enough.
Thank you.
And I appreciate your honesty.
Yeah.
And your boldness.
Thank you.
For being able to come here and share what you have shared.
Yeah, it's hard, but, I'll continue to share it.
Thank you. So, stay tuned. We'll hit y'all with another episode soon, and I pray that if there is any lawyers or anybody that can do anything, any small thing, if you know the justice system, if you've practiced law or anything that it is that you could possibly help with, I ask that you reach out to the platform, speak, give out your number, some type of email, anything that it is that you can do or whatever, and let us give you a shout back out and reach back out and maybe move from there. I'm your host, KG Lavancy. Thank you for tuning in with us again, and we'll see you soon.